Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Shades of Neen, where we do beauty on a budget. Here our aim is to find good quality, affordable makeup for everyday use. If that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. So today I'm in a different location. So I flew from the UK back to South Africa and I'm home now, and I've just set everything up, so please bear with me if the sound is a bit echoey. I am trying to sort it out and get a different mic for this camera that I'm using because I'm no longer using my phone, but please just bear with me. Today we'll be testing some products that I picked up from Primark. I picked up 9 different items, so this might be a little bit of a lengthy video, but without further ado, let's get on with that. Okay, so as usual, we're going to start with the eyes. I've already done my eyebrows and primed my eyelids. So for the eyeshadow palette, I got this one called Berry Sweet, and they have loads of options, but I kind of wanted to get something that was a bit different, but I guess not that different, and it was £3. That is what the palette looks like inside. Very pretty pinks and purples. As you can see, there are some shade names on it, and we'll just do a couple of swatches. It doesn't feel bad at all. So that is what we've got so far. Don't know if you can see it, but it is very pretty. A bit powdery, but very pretty. So starting off, I'm just going to use my trusty eyeshadow guards that I also picked up from Primark, as I've mentioned in a previous video. As you can see, I've just cut the eyeshadow guards in half, as I did last week as well. It just isn't so big, and it doesn't have that little curve because I didn't really like that. So I'm thinking to do something with the reds and the purples and a little bit of pink in between. We'll see how that turns out, as we always do. So just grabbing a fluffy brush, we're gonna dip into this shade over here for our first transition color. Then we're just going to place that in the crease. Payoff is really nice, but like I said, it is a bit powdery and it has quite a bit of kickback when you get it out the pan, but I really do like that shade. So we're just going to concentrate most of the darkness in the outer corner, and then sweep the rest of what's on the brush into the crease. And we're not going to take it up any further just because it's quite a pink shade, so just blending that out, making sure it's all diffused. So I'm just taking a smaller precise brush, and we're going to dip into this mauvey purple pink shade up here. I really like these domed brushes, they fit into my eye a lot nicer. So just placing that again on the outer corner. We're just patting on most of that pigment, and then we'll blend the rest up into the crease. It seems that the colors are blending together quite nicely, but they look really similar. I don't have a mirror in here, so I'm just using a handheld. I keep looking at it, that's why, because I have nothing around me to look at. I think we might do some purple, red and gold, those colors going across there, and I think I'm gonna start the purple in the outer corner, the red in the middle, and then the gold in the inner corner. I know it's a lot, but let's just try and use as much as we can. I'm just going to take, it's quite a dense flat brush, and it's really good for packing shimmers, but I'm just going to try it because this purple has a bit of shimmer to it, but not big flecks of glitter, so it's picking up nicely on the brush. And we're just going to place that on the lid space where we have a bit of open space there, and just blend it out into the outer corner. I find with shimmers like this though, they don't pay off as well as they should. Let's grab some setting spray and we'll see if that works better. So just going to give it, it's running out so it's spitting. I'm just going to give a couple of squirts and then we'll pick some of that up again. I mean, you can see it, but it's just not as intense as I would like it to be. Anyway, moving on. I think I'm going to take a sponge applicator like that, and we're gonna dip into this red shade to put in the middle of the eye. Again, guys, I'm really sorry. I know the sound is a bit echoey, but we'll try and sort it out for sure, even if I need to soundproof my bedroom. But oh, lots of glitter fall out there. Again, just tapping that on. We haven't used any setting spray yet. I've already dipped into it, but just dipping into this gold shade over here. We're going to place that in the inner third of the eye, and again on a flat brush. It isn't paying off, so again, let's go in with the finger. I mean, the consistency does feel very cushiony when you put your finger in it, but I mean, we've been deceived, so I'm just trying to blend these two shades together so it doesn't look like we've stopped and started. It's a very strange eye look we have today, but I just wanted to use as much as possible out of the palette. I don't know if you can see, but the red is disappearing, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit more of that, and next time I do it, I definitely will try some glitter adhesive. Yeah, I think that's the most we're going to get out of this. So I'm just going to finish the other eye off camera and we'll come back and move on to the next product. Okay guys, as you can see, I have completed my eyes. I just put a little bit of white liner in my waterline and then got some liquid liner on. Next we have a mascara. It's called Amplified. I don't know if I mentioned, but the brand is called PS. All of the makeup I got basically it's called PS, and this was £1. It's called Amplified False Lash Mascara. Thick fiber brush for maximum volume. So we're gonna try that out now. This is what the wand looks like. Very standard, nothing special about it. So just going to give it a quick coat. Got some liquid liner on my lashes, so they're quite sticky. I wouldn't say it's anything special. I already have pretty long lashes, so yeah, it's just coating it with black, but it hasn't made it thicker or anything, I don't think, just added product. But it would be great if this doesn't flake, because I've recently bought quite a few that flake when they've dried or transfer. It doesn't seem that great, to be very honest. It hasn't amplified anything. Next we're going to move on to face product, and I didn't buy a primer, so I'm just going to prime my face off camera and we'll come back and move on to the foundation. For foundation we got this Perfect Finish foundation, which is medium to full coverage. It says natural finish and moist, and it has moisturizing vitamin E. The brand again is PS and my perfect color. The shade I chose was Toffee 10 because it looked like it would match. It was only £2.50. I just used a pore minimizing primer just so we can give the foundation the benefit of the doubt. And then as usual, we'll do one side of the face with a sponge and the other side with a brush. The consistency is really thick, really thick. The color looks alright, but I only took one squeeze. We'll see how far we get with that. So let's start with the brush. Just grabbing a foundation brush, and I think we'll do this side with the brush. The consistency is really, really thick. And it does have a scent. It actually smells really nice. I'm not sure what like, but it definitely has some perfume in it, which isn't very good for my skin, but hopefully because of my skincare routine we can avoid that. It actually doesn't seem bad at all. It's not settling in any of my pores, and I really like the finish because it's not very matte or too dewy. So I've used one little squeeze on the one side of my face, which I think isn't bad at all. I actually think the coverage is really, really nice as well. And the shade, let's go and squeeze another pump, or another little pea size, and we're going to take our damp sponge and let's work that into the face on this side. I actually really like the smell. I have no idea what it smells like, but it smells like old lady perfume, I think, but it smells really nice. So the product seems to be going further with the sponge. Obviously the brush must be absorbing a lot of it. I'd say the application again is much better with the sponge. It just gives it a much more natural finish. Also my skin is not very well at the moment because I had to travel for like 24 hours, so I had to wear a face mask for those full 24 hours. So my face is not very happy with me, and I seem to be getting some rashes around the mask area. It doesn't look like pimples, but it definitely looks like a rash. Guys, I just want to say I don't have a viewfinder at the moment, so I keep having to stop recording, check that the footage all recorded, and then do it again. So there's going to be random cuts in it and try and sort it out in editing, but so far that is the issue at hand. Next we're going to move on to some concealer. So it was £2, so weird because this is £2, this is $2.50, and look at the difference. The shade I got was Almond 05, so I tried to go like a shade lighter, so almond looked the most correct. It might be too light, but like I said, it's £2. It's PS My Perfect color as well. Liquid concealer with medium coverage, vitamin E and aloe vera infused. So aloe vera is very good for your skin, like you know. It's just got a very standard applicator, and as usual we're just going to place some under the eye, down the center of the nose. I hope they sit well together. I hate it when the same brand just makes products that don't cohesively work together. So just starting to blend that out with the tip of my sponge. It seems really nice. It's blending out very, very well. It's not drying down too quickly, which is also one of my pet peeves with concealer. The coverage isn't amazing, but it has illuminated, so I think the shade was correct. Yeah, the concealer is already creasing, but I think it just might be my tired eyes. Next we got something a little bit interesting. I've never done like liquid or cream contour on my channel, just because I don't really need to, I didn't think, but I thought I'd try it. So I got a foundation stick and contour stick. It's called, what am I saying? It's foundation and contour stick. It is buildable coverage, blendable, natural finish, moisturizing, vitamin E again, and that's all the claims we have. The shade is Chai. I know a lot of people have been asking me to do some cream contour on my channel, but I never really got around to it. So when I went to Primark, I was like, it's $2.50, same price as the foundation, might as well. So this is what the shade looks like, and here goes nothing. So to contour my face, I would need some down here. It looks muddy, but anyway, I'm also gonna do a little bit down the sides of my nose, tip of my nose, some under the chin over there, and then just around my forehead. So that's all I'm gonna do, because I am gonna use some powder bronzer as well. I'm just gonna take an old foundation brush. I used it for my TikTok video and this never came out, so I'm gonna use this brush. So when you're doing cream contour, it's best to blend up and away from your face. So if you do overdo it, you can still blend some of that away. It's my understanding that when you do use a contour stick, the color needs to be very neutral or cold. You can't use warmer colors like you do with bronzing. But I think this looks pretty warm to me, but I'm not complaining. I mean, it's just an observation, but it is blending out very, very well. So I'm just blending it up into my hairline. I think that looks pretty darn good. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly, but from what I was taught, this is what you're supposed to do. But I'm going to try it on the other side with a sponge. I'm just going to squeeze my sponge and again blend upwards. I'm just scared that the sponge lifts the foundation, but ooh, it actually looks so much better with the sponge. It's more precise. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay guys, so our next product is this finishing powder. It's called PS Blurred Out. It was $3.50 and I thought this was a little bit expensive for what it is, because like even the foundation was like $2.50 and this is a whole pound more for a little pot of powder. So let's hope it is what it is, or it is what they promised it will be. So it's skin conditioning universal blurring powder. Super seed extracts, which refine skin texture. Niacinamide to brighten. Willow bark extract to boost skin's renewal. I've never heard of a powder that can renew your skin, but you know, let's hope for the best. Just opening that up. It actually has a really nice lid. It's like a matte. And as usual, I hate these big holes on here because it ends up going everywhere. So I'm just going to use just a small brush so we can do under the eyes first. Just making sure most of the creases are out of my under eyes, and we're gonna dust that powder just under the eyes. Well, that side is really creased. Guys, my under eye is so creased and I can't get it out now, so I think that that concealer is definitely not worth the money. I've bought cheaper ones that don't crease as much, so it's making me look old. Look at that. It looks like the Sahara Desert over there. Anyway, actually I think it has a smell. It smells like something, I don't really know what. Oh, it comes out so fast. Didn't mean to swear, but it comes out pretty fast. So I'm just moving on to a slightly bigger powder brush so we can get into the rest of the face. And I'm gonna start on these big pores here since it's supposed to be blurring. And we're just gonna go over that contour as well. Oh my gosh, it is blurring it. I don't know if you can see. So over there is where I just put it and there isn't, and it definitely is blurring it. Wow. So that's definitely what they promised, and I think if it doesn't cake my makeup up, I think it will be a great addition. I love that. My pores look so much better. Guys, this powder is amazing. Would definitely recommend. I'm just going to do some powder bronzer and add my highlight, and then we'll move on to blush and lips. So the blush I got is just PS Blush High Pigment, and the shade is Rosewood, £1, and it looks really, really nice. It looks similar to the one that I got from MAC, the Bare Minerals, just the shade. It doesn't obviously have the shimmer inside, and that shade is called Lovejoy. But look at that, really, really pretty. Just grabbing a blush brush. I've seen a review on this and it looks really, really pigmented, so we're gonna have to be careful. Does it have a mirror in it? Oh, my nail just went in it. Oh, it doesn't have a mirror in it. So again, just tapping off that excess. I'm just gonna place it on the cheekbone. Oh my god, it is very, very pigmented. And then I'm gonna take a bigger fluffy brush and just buff some of that out, because oh my goodness, it is very, very pigmented. I'm just gonna grab like a huge brush and I'm just gonna try and buff some of that off. I didn't get a highlight from there because they had one that was really similar to Huda Beauty, I think it is. It's got like a little diamond, and it just didn't look appealing to me with like the different colors all in one. I just didn't fancy it, so I didn't do that. And I don't really like liquid highlights either, so I didn't want to go for that, so I just skipped it altogether. And then I just opened this and I didn't even explain. Then for lip products, I got two, and I got this one because I love the movie Clueless, and they actually didn't have any other ones. They just had one for Dion, so it says Dion and Clueless, and the shade is above there, and it was only £2. Oh my gosh, guys, how cute is that? So it says Clueless in it, and like, I'm not sure if you can see, but like a silver reflective, and it's got like plaid on it, which she's wearing over there, and oh, it got stuck to it. So the shade isn't exactly what it's meant to be. It is also broken, which sucks, but it's still usable, and it's a nice vibrant red. The other lip product I got was called Liquid Matte Kiss Proof Long Lasting and Intense Color. This was also £2, so I think I want to use this today just because it's like a nice dark color and my eyes are quite meh, I think. So I'm just gonna use that without any lip liner. Surprise, surprise. Smells nice. Let's give this a few minutes to dry down and see if it's really kiss proof, and then we'll do the final look and our final thoughts. Okay guys, so this is our finished look using basically a full face of Primark makeup. Final thoughts. Let's start with the first thing, our lips. So it's dried down quite a bit, and I've never had anything like that. Definitely is kiss proof. Love that. Love the shade. I really like it. I'm not sure if it's all a cohesive look, but you know, individually this is really good. I absolutely love this blurring powder. Definitely worth every pound spent on that, although it was only £3.50. Great. I'd recommend the contour stick, the foundation, not really the mascara, not the concealer, definitely the blush, and I think I should have definitely chosen a different palette. I'm not really happy with it. It just doesn't seem cohesive, but all in all, I think that was really good. Okay, so just a quick update. I've been wearing the makeup for about 3.5 hours, and as you can see, it's gone a bit shiny, but my face is slightly starting to itch because it's got fragrance in it. But all in all, I think it looks really nice. I did have some dinner, so my lips came off, but the eyes still look good, and I think the face still looks really nice. And I'm definitely going to be adding some of this to my daily routine. But thank you for watching, guys, and on with the video. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed doing this as much as I did. Like I said, some of the products were really worth it, except like you can see the Sahara Desert over there. But I think my favorite product was definitely the blurring powder, and then this lipstick. Oh my gosh, I hate liquid lipsticks, but this really feels really nice on the lips. It's not too dry, not flaky. It's great. Anyway, please like this video if you liked it, and consider subscribing. It would be great. But other than that, have a great evening, everybody. Bye.